forgot what show this is. Okay, here we go. The corner recruiting show. 3, 2, 1. Hey, how about you, everybody? Welcome into the Corner Recruiting Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for Auburn Sports. Dadgummit. Today is Thursday, October the 23rd, 2025 for you. It is Wednesday evening, October 22, 2025 for us. Keep that in mind moving forward with any day, today's, tomorrow's, or yesterday's, maybe even a last night or tomorrow night. Keep that in mind too. We are capable of throwing you off, throwing some curveballs, hanging that slider. We're going to talk some Auburn recruiting. We're going to touch on some hot topics going on right now in Auburn recruiting. Here to do it with me, as they always are 100% of the time when they're wearing gray, Mr. Cole Pinkston, Sir Allen Head. How about you, boys?
How about you?
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. All coordinated.
We're wearing gray. We're here to stay.
I thought Cole had a purple pendant on his necklace.
No, it's
the light. Yeah.
The G.
That's cute, man. Lavender.
Yeah. I don't have it turned. I thought I saw it and I was like, you know what? Let's brand it a little bit.
Yes.
He just put some mood lighting in there, man.
Ooh. Yeah. Y'all remember back in COVID when that dude was sitting on the edge of the bed?
Yes, dude. Okay, I know where you're going.
They have these stickers that you put on lights. I'll tell you after the show, Cole. Yeah, this is a family show.
Yes. Yeah, we'll keep it PG right now.
PG NR17 maybe. Something nice. Hey, before we get to Auburn recruiting, want to give a big how about you to the show's sponsor, Brunt Workwear. I love me some Brunt. Y'all know I love me some Brunt. If you're not familiar with Brunt Workwear, it's the best damn workwear on the planet. I know because I have the best damn work boots on the planet. I got the Brunt Marin. Got that Brunt Marin. And listen, I walked up to the game, and this Auburn police officer who let me in illegally said, man, where'd you get them boots? I said, man, these are Brunt Workwears. He goes, I got to get me some of them. My boots suck. I said, get you some, big dog. Use that promo code War Eagle. I'll get to that in a minute. But if you're not familiar with Brunt Wear, I got them. So damn comfortable, big dog. Come out of the box ready to wear. Didn't need any time breaking in. I wore them to the damn game, parked 2 miles away, walked round trip 4 miles, 4.2, because that's what my math is. Come out of the box ready to wear. Didn't need any time breaking in, which lines up with what Brunt's trying to do here. Brunt was tired of the workwear brands out there cutting corners. They cheating. You work too hard to be stuck in uncomfortable boots that don't hold up, so they built something better. Boots that are insanely comfortable and built for any job site, including riding, including the white collar. Who does blue collar on the weekends? So for limited time, our listeners get $10 off at Brunt when you use the promo code War Eagle at checkout. Just head to bruntworkwear.com, use the code War Eagle, and you're good to go. And after you order, they'll ask where you heard about Brunt. You know what we say. Tell them we sent you. Tell them we sent you. All right, thanks to Brunt.
Jeffrey, I got some coming.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I went with the Marins too.
Oh,
and I'm
telling you, dude,
they got hats, toboggans, shirts, underwear, socks. Man, they got insoles for your boots. They got all kinds of things.
Cole, the insoles in your boots, like they send them to you when you get some, and you if they're too snug, they've got like 2 insoles in them. Like you can take one out. It's really good, man. They're high quality, dude. High quality, very comfortable. Love them. Love them.
They got flannel too, by the way.
Ooh.
I might have to get on that.
Oh, there's
too.
my hat right there.
Might have to get on that.
All right, fellas, let's talk some Auburn recruiting. I think the news the past few days, at least the past week since we had last did this show, the Missouri game, not a lot of big dogs in there. Braylen Wack was there. Shadarius Tootle was there. Cole, I'm trying to remember any other. The Joshua Warren, the JUCO edge was there.
Jordan Carter was there.
Jordan Carter overnight visit.
Yes,
was there, and he's been trying to visit or expected to visit since the spring. So that was a big deal. We saw him with Vontrell King-Williams. We saw him with Rock Bellantoni. We saw him with both, and he spent the night. That's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
I thought the Joshua Warren kid, Cole, he looked he looked a little small. And I heard somebody compare him to Jamonte Waller in his size. And so I don't know if that's the ideal height and frame that Auburn's looking for right now with an edge. So I don't know.
I mean, look, I think they're willing to take a shot on a guy like that because they had a Jalen McLeod that was.
That's very true.
More in that. I mean, how about TD Moultrie? You know, he came on pretty strong at one point. Undersized edge. It's the same reason they took a shot on Jamonte Waller. They you know, if you got the burst, that's what this defense is all about. Burst, pass rush. We got a place for you. We're going to put 8 on the line of scrimmage and come after you. You saw them do it against Missouri. So there's pass rush skills. That's what they're looking for.
Pass rush skills. Speaking of pass rush, Jordan Carter. I mean, that was the biggest storyline coming out of that game, that visitor list.
Yes. And, you know, he might be a touch undersized too. Not as big as I remembered, but maybe pushing up to 6'2.5", 6'3".
Who's this?
Jordan Carter.
Jordan Carter.
I was going to say he looks on tape. Now, obviously, you eyeballed him, right? And I'm sure they got some accurate measurements while they were there on the visit. But he looks about 6'3"-ish on tape when you see him kind of compared to other guys with verified measurables.
Well, he's one of those guys that we had a picture of what it looked like about a year ago. So now you're flash forward about another year. How has he grown into his frame and all that? And he's not one of these massive edges. He's a little bit undersized, but not bad. You wonder what may be his price tag. You know, if he is undersized, how does that work? That kind of thing. So,
I thought the other big news was Braylen Wack and what he said. And he's going to take a visit to LSU this weekend for the A&M game. He was pretty blunt and honest and genuine, as we always expect Braylen Wack to be. And he's he was just like, I loved it because you could see how much he was almost like he was on the corner and he was, airing out his grievances against the offense, his frustration. Like, gosh, man, like, what else more can we do? Mm-hmm. We got to, you're going to have to move the football. You're going to have to score some points. We held them again to under 20. You can't score 20 points?
I mean, I think that's good, largely because if he's that level of emotion, right? If he's that level of upset, that shows investment.
He is totally emotionally invested.
Right. And if a kid is emotionally invested, that's going to help you, especially for a team that's struggling right now. Again, we have to be honest about the assessment of where Auburn is. We have talked about ad nauseum since January of last year that this class and its success, right? Like who you're going to be able to land is going to be directly tied to how Auburn performs on the field. Now, the great thing is he is the top end of your class right now, right? Like he is the guy.
Yeah.
And so you can't really afford to lose him if you have any ambition of being a top 20 class right now. Certainly, if you want to be a top 15 or top 10 class, you can't afford to lose a Braylen Wack. So to see him that level of upset and to see him that level, to read those quotes, like, well, the way I felt that is that I'm already a part of the team and I can't believe we're playing this way, right? Like we're better than this. So I think that's a good thing. Now, if Auburn doesn't improve on the field, maybe it becomes a bad thing at that point, right?
Sure.
But right now, it feels as though the young man's committed. He's invested. He just wants to see Auburn play better like everybody else. And I think you coined it perfectly, Jeffrey, saying he's like another member on the corner. That's the way it read. Because I can tell you for a fact, me personally, I read about at least 100 of those threads while the game was going on.
Right.
So his emotion was very much in the vein of how everybody else felt.
He's going to LSU Saturday night. Going to be a night game down in Death Valley with top 5 ranked A&M. To me, fellas, and just talking behind the scenes, I'm sure you guys have some input as well. LSU doesn't scare me as far as stealing him. I think it's A&M for me. Yes. That is the biggest contender to flip him.
Yeah. A&M, Ohio State maybe too, but A&M for sure.
It was my understanding that A&M finished number 2 for him when everything was said and done in the initial commitment in August, that they really kind of behind the scenes made a very aggressive approach within the last month of his commitment. And so if A&M were to have a good performance against LSU in Baton Rouge, and then you see him schedule an official visit or an unofficial visit to go back out there, that for me would be the bigger pause for concern with Braylen Wack.
I don't think you can blame any of the Auburn commitments for at least. And look, he worded it with Steve Wiltfong. I think his father did. Like, we hope everything works out with Auburn. That's what we're hoping. But if it doesn't, we need a fallback plan. And I think that's doing their due diligence. And that's kind of how I read the story from Steve. If you read it, I think it was Wednesday morning.
Yes.
And I just to not misquote him, but it was Braylen's dad who talked to Steve, and he said, "This we're going to LSU this weekend. Quote, just really not sure with what's about to happen at Auburn. Just hoping they can have some things in place. At the same time, I told Braylen you have to have somewhere to go."
Yep.
He was invited down there to LSU. It's a great game, and we said, "Why not? This is one of a kind." Missouri, Vanderbilt, Alabama, all currently trying to get him, but they hope.
How much more refreshing is that than? Well, I'm locked into Auburn,
right? And then you hear him. He showed up at LSU for Saturday night.
He's not just saying what everybody wants to hear. He's telling you what's going on,
which is great, right?
And I'm not saying everybody has to do that, but it is nice. It's nice to hear.
Well, and I take it from this point of view. I have a lot of appreciation for the Womack family and how they've handled that recruitment from start to finish. But as a father myself, if the team my son were committed to were in the similar situation as Auburn, I absolutely would advise my son to visit other schools. And I am as diehard an Auburn fan as you will ever find. Okay. And I try not to exert bias on this show, but you got to be honest about things at the same time. But your family comes first. And that's a good thing for me that he has a father that has kind of that foresight to tell him, create options for yourself. Like, look, we're committed to Auburn. We want to be at Auburn. But at the same time, we don't want to get caught flat-footed, and Coach Freeze and DJ Durkin and TJ Rushing and the guys that you committed to are not going to be here any further.
Well, this is where – go ahead, Jeffrey.
Real quick. His sister's here. We all know that. And I think please, Auburn, please work out for us because we really want everybody to be at Auburn.
Yes.
That's what I think is. I think that's the attitude from this family is, come on, man, please. We want y'all to win. We want to go here. But if not, we got to have us an out.
Yes.
I think almost everybody's in that boat, right? Even if you don't have a sister at Auburn, they're in that. And that's where this whole thing gets weird, right? And I don't know if we want to go there tonight, but you're creeping up on signing day now. You could potentially have a coaching change at some point, but we're going to keep. Oh boy, it's going to be.
I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised Braylen is the first, guy to come out and say, I'm going to take other visits. Like Jace went to Ole Miss 2 weeks ago, I think. But there's really not a lot of buzz there behind the scenes from what I've been told. At least there wasn't 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to think who else would be, Falzone's not going anywhere. Eric Perry's not going anywhere. Kentrell White's not going anywhere.
Falzone is going to be interesting to me. Penn State lost their quarterback commit, and whoever their next head coach is may try to prioritize him down the stretch.
Sure. Absolutely.
Because he's an in-state kid. They don't have a quarterback in their class presently. I think that one could get a little dicey.
Oh, that would be interesting.
As we get closer to signing day, yeah.
He was in for the Georgia game. I think he's planning on coming back for the Bama game. But yeah, former Penn State commitment right down the road from College Station.
Yeah.
No, not College Station. What's it called? Penn Station. Happy Valley.
Happy Valley.
That's what I said.
It's got college in it, though, doesn't it?
College something. State College.
It's State College.
State College. That's it.
Yeah. But it's Happy Valley.
Yeah. Texas Station. Who else? There's Shadarius just flipped back to Auburn.
Yeah. The in-state kids, I feel a little bit better about, right?
I feel better about the defensive guys.
Sure. So long as DJ Durkin and TJ Rushing and Von Trail, Crime, Like if those guys are here, you feel as though they're going to be able to close a few down the stretch.
Shoot, this whole, we haven't talked about proof of concept in a while. Defense has got it, dude. They can recruit off of just that.
They can. They've got tape where they can say, "Look what we've done this year."
We've held weird dynamic, isn't it?
They've held the best offenses in the SEC to 24 or less in every game.
In my opinion, those guys are in 22. The weirdest. They're in the weirdest position in all of this.
Oh, SEC guys, 22. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Durkin and that side of the football, they're in a weird place because they are doing their job 100%. Nobody is disputing that. But, they could go down with the ship if it goes down. And then what, right? They've invested a lot over there.
I always laugh in my head when you say do your job because DJ's mentor is Will Muschamp, and that is like the famous thing from Will, right? Right before he punches the chalkboard.
Do your job.
Everybody do your job. Yeah.
And you know what? Everybody on his defense does their job.
Yes, they do.
I love how he goes from like 0 to 100 and like two just ooh, and he's like, all right, everybody's gonna just do your job.
That's where he got his nickname, Coach Boom.
He's just sitting there, just eating his teeth, just chewing on.
It's good, isn't it? Wouldn't you want to play for a guy like that?
Yes, I can see him. I think it was Antonio Coleman or somebody coming off the field.
Yeah.
Chewing his teeth.
His head never moves, only his eyes.
Right.
Guys walking by.
Well, I think what year was it, Jeffrey, that it was Will was at Florida. It was either his first or his second year. And Auburn switched quarterbacks, but you could hear Will scream at the refs on the field, "You ain't got no guts, man."
I would love some Will Muschamp back at Auburn in some capacity. I just personally, I don't.
think DJ Durkin is a lot like him, personality wise. They're probably pretty similar. You ever notice DJ Durkin looks like he's smiling all the time?
Yeah.
But
he's got the opposite of resting bitch face.
Yeah,
he always looks happy.
He looks like this all the time as he's doing everything, and I love it. And he's got a very, I mean, his players do their job 100%.
No, look, and
except on third and Durkin.
Well,
99%.
We all have those things. But no, look, DJ in that group, phenomenal job. I think I said he was the best coach on the staff the other night on the call-in show. Mm-hmm. I stand by that. I don't even think it's close.
I'm right there. I second that. The A's have it. Okay, so we're talking about like just going down the commitment list right now. The offensive lineman, Wilson Zier.
I think he'll stick just because of his legacy status. Ooh, man, it gets
Parker
dicey.
Pritchett.
Parker would probably stick, don't you think?
Just because proximity to home.
I'll tell you what, he's having a good senior season, by the way. Parker,
is he?
He's really turned it up a notch, in my opinion.
Good. They need that. They need that.
Yes, they do.
Who's the other one? There's 3 offensive linemen committed, right?
Nico Heppy.
Oh yeah, that guy ain't going nowhere.
No, I mean, I think with Nico, it probably depends on who the head coach is, right?
Yeah, I mean, a new head coach could come in.
I think they all will. I mean, if something were to change, this, the head coach might not want them.
That's true.
So if let's say a new head coach is in place at some point here, does it change a lot with how Auburn spends money in recruiting? I mean, how much?
Probably.
That's a question that we could dive into later. It's not really for this show, but I'm not saying Auburn's recruiting by itself or on autopilot. I don't think that's the truth. I think staff is still putting in the work for recruiting and doing a good job with the circumstances, if you ask me. But how much of it is, well, look, the money's there. So does that make sense what I'm asking?
It does. And let's game this out a little bit, Cole. Let's say Auburn finishes 6-6. I think that's doable. You could technically beat Arkansas, Kentucky, and Mercer. And then that's got you losing the other meaningful games.
Yeah.
And let's play it both ways. Let's say the staff is not retained at the end of the year. I don't know that you can get somebody new hired by the time of the new National Signing Day, right? That's the other piece of this that's very difficult to predict. So you probably got an interim there, which would make me think it's DJ trying to sign guys on National Signing Day.
Yeah, we've seen that before. You remember when Kevin Steele did the press conference and he was like, I had about 3 flipped, and then they just decided not to.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Was he was on in signing day when Freeze the early signing day when they hired Freeze?
No,
I'm sorry, Harsin.
Yes.
When Gus got fired, and then he was the interim. Was he even the interim for a game, or was he just for the off season?
No, he did the bowl game, remember, because Chad Morris called that god-awful bowl game against Northwestern.
Where was Cadillac? I thought he was interim.
I don't remember that. He was after Harsin.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, we're talking about after Gus. I'm sorry. I'm so mixed up. Yes.
Yes, because that was the Stop the Steal movement at that point.
Stop the Steal, yeah.
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 Got Harsin instead. Good job, fellas.
Yeah. Listen to the fans. They know.
Yeah.
But
what are we talking about?
Yeah. So if you
let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So, but back then, if you'll remember, when Harsin came in, he had the late signing day.
He did.
That's when he got Jarquez Hunter, I believe.
That's correct. He got Jarquez Hunter. They tried really hard. Who was the linebacker out of South Georgia that they really wanted? Actually,
Wallace.
Yes, Trevin Wallace.
Trevin Wallace, yeah.
John Summerall snagged him for Kentucky over Auburn.
Yeah, T-Will had him locked up, didn't he?
He did. And then when Trav was not retained, Summerall just slipped in there and got that one done.
But then, like, a lot of guys still held over for that second signing day. Then it's changed a lot since then. Hardly anybody holds over anymore. They're all signed.
You would be picking through like junior college kids and probably some requalifiers like Omar from this past year. I mean, there's just not a lot that signs late anymore at this point. Everybody signs early that's anybody.
Yep.
So if the staff is not retained, I think the guys you got a shot at holding on to would be Jaquez Wilkes. I think if DJ Durkin is there, you've got an opportunity to sign him, though Texas A&M did want him. So that's another one you got to pay attention to. Foul zone, maybe, contingent on what happens at Penn State.
I mean, he's not a world beater. I'm not like –
I mean, again, new staff comes in. Is that the quarterback they want? I mean, it's like,
well, I think that kid would probably sign before the new staff is there. I don't think they're going to be able to have a new staff in place 3 days after the season's over because that's how quick new signing day is. That's the crazy part. Is they've pushed this so far forward.
It's the Wednesday after the Iron Bowl.
Yes, it's the Wednesday after the Iron Bowl.
So we're still doing recruiting visit stories, Cole, on the Iron Bowl. Sunday, Monday, typically after a big game weekend that, we're still doing recruitment. But shit, you got a damn signing day 2 days later.
Right.
Was it not like that this past year? I guess not.
December 20th. The rut was starting to kick in. Pre-rut action was going on.
So remind me of this, Alan, the new transfer portal rules. If a head coach is fired, how does that work now? Because it's not the moment the coach is fired, there's 30-day window. Now it's
30 days after 5 days have passed of the new coach being hired. So they get it. Yeah.
This is where like foul zone could sign.
Correct.
New coach comes in and he's like, this is not really the quarterback I wanted. And he could hit the portal.
Okay.
Yes. That's how that works now. So it's 5 days after the new coach has arrived, the portal window opens. So at least
is 30 days?
Yes, it opens for 30 days for any player on the team.
And then the normal window is in January, right?
Correct. Now here's the thing. They came out and made a clarification on this. So it's not exactly 5 days. It's 5 days or up to January the 2nd when the normal portal window opens.
That's what I was wondering because it's going to run into it.
The difference is, right, is the 30-day when it's 30 days for guys where a coach has been fired, and then it's only like 12 or 13 for guys that there's been no firing or something of that nature.
I want to say 10.
Is it? I think they extended it. They got into some
Okay.
kind of a legal situation where
Okay. Dude, it changed so many times in the last 3 months, and so many new. It's like what did they decide on?
It's like January the 2nd to January 15th or something of that nature. So it's like 13 days.
It's just one. There's not a spring.
There's only one. Now there's workarounds to that, right? Where guys can just enroll someplace else. They don't technically have to enter the portal, but there's certain academic requirements to do that. And so there's a lot of loopholes to it.
It's January 2nd through the 16th, 14 days.
14 days. So technically January the 2nd would open like it would for everybody else. But for Auburn, if they were to relieve Hugh, that window would be up to 30 days for those kids on the team and for the recruits that signed in that early signing period.
So if they didn't sign into a new coach until January the 15th, then Auburn players would have 30 more days.
From January the 15th,
Mm-hmm.
correct.
There you go. I was about to say that almost didn't seem fair for others that had a different window. You know what I mean?
Signing day is going to be so interesting because all these kids now are enrolling early.
Yeah. No,
so, by mid-January, you're starting classes.
This is about to be a wild offseason. I mean, either way it goes, it's about to be wild.
And we're just kind of talking in real time right now, but in full disclosure, we had planned a knockout signing day show. And the reality is we don't really know how that's going to play at this point. I mean, I think you've got to know exactly what's going to happen with Freeze before you can kind of know what the expectation is. And I want to give MWD credit. He's been talking about it on the board for a while now. It's kind of how lost this is going to be a signing day for Auburn if they make a change or if they don't make a change in enough time to get somebody in there and sign kids. Now, I don't know how much difference a new coach is going to make anyway. I think in this situation, if you end up making a change, retention, like how much of a difference can you make in retention in that time period before the portal opens? And then how many guys can you get in the transfer portal? That's really where you're going to make your hay in talent acquisition this year, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's going to be a huge portal addition window, like in the 30s.
It might be more than that.
Might be more.
I mean, think about it. All right.
You might be replacing 3/4 of your roster.
You could be, right? I think in this world, it's very real when you think about.
And there's only one window. Like usually they would wait till the second window. Golly.
Now, the good thing is if that mass transfer happens, Auburn's going to have a lot of money on the book to play with. So they'll be very active. And I think they'll probably, contingent on who they hire, they'll have success with some retention. Not every kid, there are probably a lot in a coaching change to think, I want out of here, right? And then when you start weighing your options as far as what's available to me by comparison to staying at Auburn and potentially having increased playing time, they reconsider that some. So where it may feel more dire today, or it's the word we hate to use, but it's true, it's fluid. Because what's true today and how a kid feels when you get to January 5th may not be the same thing. There are a lot of things that can happen between now and then that can make a kid want to stay or leave or whatever.
And you know what the craziest thing ever is? Did y'all either one listen to Tiger Talk or look at JG's Tiger Talk review? Did you check that out?
Yeah.
The craziest thing is that Freeze continues to say that he has 0 receivers that they're losing. He said it multiple times. They're not losing any receivers. How's that working exactly? Anyway.
I think at this point, if you're Hugh, you're just saying crazy shit and doubling down on it. Who cares at this point?
I guess is he technically? Are there any seniors?
No, he's not. He's not wrong from a
Fields. Fields is
well.
I guess he could have a medical red shirt. I guess at this point.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Singleton, he's first round projection before the season. I guess that's not the case anymore.
I mean, I can't imagine him being any higher than a third rounder right now, even if he tests out the roof.
He also said Connor Lew would be back. No,
I've been hearing that Connor was going to come back, and that was before the injury. So that wouldn't surprise me all that much. I think the aviation degree means that much to him, and the NFL will be there. He's not a kid, in my opinion, that had to rush it. But, I mean, that would be a huge, huge add if you could get him back for sure. I mean, that's the anchor of your offensive line.
And he went into the whole thing like, people wanted me to go after that in-state receiver, and he didn't name his name or whatever, but then he said, but I'm not losing any receivers. it was
What? Who was he talking about?
Is interesting. Cedarian Morgan, surely, right?
There's nobody else that he could be talking to.
Didn't he say that a couple of weeks ago?
He said it before. He said it before
Yeah.
the season, and he doubled down on it again on Tiger Talk. He also said that they were fixing to get some good news on 2 defensive line recruits.
Which had to be the Wells brothers, I'm assuming, right?
He said that. I didn't see that part.
Tiger Talk, yeah.
Well, that's funny because the reason I was going to say something in our next was like, despite all of this, I'm looking at my hot boards and I've got Auburn leading for several guys.
Yes.
On both sides of the football.
And so here's the quote. Someone asked him about recruiting with everything going on. Like one of the people at Baumhauer's came up and said it, right? And he said, I honestly feel incredible about our class. Okay. That's how he started. Towards the end of it, he said, I think we're going to get some good news on some D linemen in the near future. And sort of teased it like it was a little tease, right?
And while this information is old on my end, I would tell you before the Missouri game, I 100% believe that to be true.
Yeah, I still think it's very much on the table. I mean,
I've still got them.
I'd throw Jordan Carter in there personally. He's an edge, but I'd throw him in there.
Let me see what I had. I had Jordan at 45 going into the visit. I probably, I don't know. I'm going to check on that before I come out with my hot boards on Friday. But I've still got Auburn, Corey Wells.
Yep.
I've got Auburn at 50-50 with Caleb Morris and Cameron McGee.
Yeah,
Cameron McGee's another one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've got Auburn at 55 with Chris Wells leading. I've got Jordan Carter at 45. That's before I do any more digging. Linebackers, I think Auburn's done with. I've got Auburn 90% flipping Lasiah Jackson.
Yes. Think about that. Add Jordan Carter and Lasiah Jackson and Corey Wells and Chris Wells to this group. And defensively, my God, that's a good class.
That's a damn good class. Listen to this class.
It's all defense.
That's carrying this class. You would have, let's just say you get one of Caleb Morris and Cameron McGee, one of them, to go along with Corey Wells. And then you get Chris Wells and Jordan Carter. With Adam Goon, Jacquez Wilkes, Shadarius Tootle, Lasiah Jackson, Braylen Wack, Wayne Henry, and Shadrick Tootle.
Yeah.
And then on offense, you've got Auburn at running back, Cooper Crosby.
And and let's not leave off this. I do want to talk about this one. Quantavious Wiggins. Yes.
Fat Boy Wiggins.
I think he's outplaying his teammate right now, guys. I've watched his cut-ups at least.
Rivals bumped him up to a 4-star.
Did they really?
I think it's just fat. Jeffrey.
Is it?
Fat boy.
I thought where the hell did he go?
Hey, you might be right.
I think it is Fat Boy. I'm going to be honest.
It is Fat Boy. My fault.
I told y'all. That's what I said.
No, I checked his Twitter handle. It was Fat Boy.
It is.
Yeah. I swear I saw.
That was Burnett. Fat Burnett. Remember him?
There you go. Who's now at Houston?
Yes,
Is
that's
that
correct.
Houston?
Playing for
Well,
Willie. He's on fourth string playing for Willie.
I swear I read something that said he was bumped up to in the latest rankings, but no, he's still a 3-star. But shit, man, he's a big time back. So you get. I don't expect Eric Perry. So let's say you get Cooper Crosby and Fat Boy Wiggins to go with Peyton Falzone. Yes. You got Jace Matthews. You're going to get Deshaun Spencer, who's set up for an official visit for the Iron Bowl.
Right.
Also, Tyron Wortham's coming there, so get one of those two. Kentrell White at tight end.
Yeah.
And then Parker Pritchett, Nico Heppy, Wilson Zaire. Maybe add one more But I mean, still, dude, that's a strong freaking class.
It is.
You're pretty good with tight end, Jeffrey. Dream Rashad was actually there. We didn't mention him.
Yeah. I asked around about him and kind of got
Yeah.
How about just a touch of, it's not breaking news. For you, though, Jeffrey, Marquise Evans is a 27 edge, just got offered by Auburn. Minor Tigers.
No kidding.
Yes, actually, he has in the last week or so, in the last month, he's got Auburn, Texas, LSU, and Bama.
Marquez what?
Marquise Evans.
My man said, Marquez what?
I hate for Marquise, like Marquise Daniels. Evans.
Marquise, yeah. Marquis.
Marquise number 1 right here, big dog.
6'5", 235 pounds.
Oh, this is not him. This dude is 6 foot. Oklahoma. Let me look him up again. Marquez. Maybe it's Quez. Is it Quez?
No, it's Keese, like Q. Here, I'm just going to share my screen.
I'm going to go Marquez.
There you go.
There you go. I found him. MJ. Yeah. 3-star.
So
He's
far.
definitely going to Auburn.
Guaranteed, right?
Oh, let me get on that MJ. That's what I say. That's how I know him, Cole. I know him by MJ.
Yeah, okay, you knew him.
Yeah.
You probably do.
No, I didn't.
You probably know his folks.
Oh, I'll have to look at that.
From Adamsville, Alabama.
Hell yeah. Minor Tenacious Tigers. I need to go to a football game up there.
I couldn't let the show pass without telling you that.
That's awesome, big dog. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to give him some love on Twitter next. Well, it was 1 hour ago.
1 hour ago, yeah.
I'm about to repost him, big dog.
There you go.
What were we talking about? I messed that up. I'm sorry.
Get him some follows. We were just talking about the close of the 26 class, like how it could actually end. And I think if you land all of those guys, you're a top 20 class. Like
I think you're top 15.
You may be. I would have to look at everybody else, Cole.
It's not top 10 though, and I was saying that for a while, but
I mean,
I expected Auburn to be decent this year.
That's what I was going to say, dude. Like in fairness, even though I said 7-5, most of that was again me fading the coaching staff, and particularly the offensive coaching staff.
This is some Nostradamus stuff here. I think that might be what it is, Alan.
And, because it's going up shorter than that. You might want to flip that 7-5 to a 5-7. That would have been Nostradamus, but nobody expected this kind of offensive output this year. Like I think everybody expected it to be better than this in year 3. But despite it all, to Jeffrey's point.
Oh, I got a point.
Despite it all, they have an opportunity, if this staff were to stay together, to close strong on signing day.
There you go.
Which is mind-boggling. But maybe that shows you how good of a recruiting staff this is, and then how important rev share and NIL is in this era.
No, I was going to say there is investment on the defensive side of the football.
Yes, there is.
Because recruiting, look, let's just be real here. The coaches are doing a great job, but they got to have the financial backing on it. And I'm not saying the offense doesn't. I truly don't know, if I'm being honest. I don't know what the financial backing is on that side of the ball. They don't seem to be making any progress with anybody on that side of the ball. Defense, I mean, besides a couple running backs. But, we're talking the guys that they're about to get on defense. There's some financial, the price tag's a little higher on some of these guys, and they're about to get some big ones. I guess is that interesting to anyone else? Is there something to that? Is that just how it's playing out?
I mean, I'm going to say this, and again, I want you guys to back away from your microphones real quick.
And mute.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you.
I think it's a combination of two things. Yes, I think there's investment on the defensive side of the ball, but I think the better recruiters on this staff are also on the defensive side of the ball. And I think you see the effort in recruiting from that side. And I'm not saying that you don't have some good recruiters on the offensive side, but it feels to me like this staff is a little lopsided in the way that it's constructed as far as who's putting the emphasis on that recruiting right now. No. You guys can come back to the conversation. I don't want to cost y'all anything inside the building.
Unmute. We're back.
No, I think that's fair.
I do too.
I think that's fair. I think it's, and I also agree with it. I think it's accurate. I think proof of concept.
Well,
Yes.
they definitely have that to sell, and whereas the offense is just
Looking at the commitment list, that's what I was talking about with proof of concept is they have the proof that they are better recruiters than the offensive side of the ball.
I agree. And if they were able to look and say, hey, look, we're putting up 32 points a night. Every time we go out there against SEC competition, if they were putting up 30 points a game or more like Ole Miss, they probably would have a similar.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't putting in the effort, because you can point to that and say, do you want to play in the offense?
Even if the record were the same.
Yes.
I think you're right. Because right now they're like trying to sell a timeshare at Bass Pro Shops. Like it's just not happening. you get
Bro, I have seen that go down, so I hear you, man.
All right, let's end it with some how about yous if anybody has any.
Yes, I have 4.
Okay. Let's see who you got.
You want me to start? Actually, I have 5.
Okay.
Squid Jammin'. I thought Squid Jammin' had an awesome post, man. He made a thread. It was just really good. Just a good synopsis of everything going on. I just thought it was voice of reason. Squid Jammin'. And then just a guy who's just had a good week. He's kind of come out of the shadows. He's been gone for a little while, and he's back, and I love him. He's a caller on our show, Lord George.
LG.
LG's a great one.
And then a couple more. Zimzam. He showed me a keyboard shortcut for my my draw on my.
Oh.
He showed that to me, and boy, does that help a lot. So appreciate him for that.
Zimzam.
Yep, all one word. Zimzam. Okay. And then Slack Daddy. That's all one word too.
He's a really good one.
Yep, just words of encouragement. Appreciate him. And then my 5th one goes to Sir Alan Head.
Oh.
For
what did I do?
Getting after the guy that said he was John Summerall's.
Shit, I missed it.
What did he say? He said he was John Summerall's nephew. Was that what he said?
Yeah, he said Uncle John. Now, his Uncle John
killing him in that thread.
That's who he was talking about?
Yeah, his Uncle John Summerall was not coming to Auburn, that Auburn was a terrible job and so on and so forth. And he talked about how Jimmy Sexton, his agent, would never let him go.
And Alan said, well, I know you're a liar because his agent is not Jimmy Sexton.
Oh.
And the guy was like, well,
you know your own uncle, man.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and he spelled John John versus Jon, like he actually spells.
Alan's
if you're going to troll, have your facts straight. What an idiot.
That's what I agree.
I think I banned him anyways.
I think you did, but boy, was that funny to read. I really was just laughing all the way through that one.
Yeah, I was having a salty morning that day.
Well, he said Uncle John, John, so I never knew who he was talking about.
Yeah, he was talking about something.
I missed the first one. Yeah, I missed the first. I missed it. So, yeah, what an idiot.
Yeah, at first I was amused, and then I was like, dude, he just said he was repped by Sexton. Like, I know that's a lie.
Cops doesn't come on till 4.
Yes. Why are you all sweaty?
Alan, you have any how about yous?
I do. I got like 6.
So you know what? I'm glad because I don't have
not one, huh? It's been a tough week.
I've been considering Brad.
Brad?
What's that little kid's name? Plays the harp.
Oh, yes. Yes.
BM Harp.
What's his name? Like Brad or something?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
He did a movie. That's right. He did do a movie.
That's right. Yeah, man. Screw it. Forget that guy. Go ahead, Alan.
Okay. The first one is Diehard AU, and that's DYEHARDAU, all one word.
Good username.
Yeah. Next one is War Eagle GSU.
He's great.
Yeah, I agree. The next one is Love Lady 2530, Jeffrey's former.
Oh yeah.
You might want to finish that sentence.
Yeah. Jeffrey's former college buddy there.
I thought you were talking about me.
No.
Okay, hold on. Who was before Love Lady?
Before Love Lady was War Eagle
War Eagle
GSU.
GSU. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hunter 48.
Okay. Oh, Hunter.
No, Hunter was great to give me a little bit of information on something I had a specific question to.
Can't go wrong with a how about you to Hunter.
No, man, brilliant guy just talking football in general. And then last but not least, MW Deeve.
Okay. Is it Devers?
So it used to be, but now it's just Deeve, MW Deeve, DEAV.
What happened?
I think he just shortened it when he came over to the corner versus being on Rivals.
Okay. All right. All right. How about you, Squid Jammin', LG, Zim Zam, Slack, Daddy, Allen Head, Die Hard, AU, Love Lady, War Eagle, GSU, Hunter, 48, and MWD, formerly known as MWD Ver.
Nice.
Maybe has an S. I can't remember. All right, folks, that's going to do it. Don't forget about Brunt Workwear, man. Go get your $10 off at bruntworkwear.com. Use the promo code War Eagle, and you're good to go. And as always, tell them we sent you. That's going to do it for this week, folks. We'll be back Sunday night for the call-in show. Look for us there. We're going to be talking about a big Auburn dub. Guaranteed. Got you right here. Don't quote me on that, though. All right, folks. We'll see you Sunday. For Cole, for Alan, for Zach in the back, who's there. He is in the back. I'm Jeffrey Lee, man. Y'all stay that left lane. See you.